take a whole share of embroidery floss from the thread board. Each share consists of 6 smaller strands, which can be divided into individual strands as needed. Thread the divided embroidery floss through the needle like this, ensuring one end is longer than the other, and tie a knot at the longer end. Now you're ready to start embroidering. If double-stranded thread is required for the embroidery, you can take out 1 or 2 strands and thread them through the needle. Align the 2 ends of the thread. Fold the thread in half. Tie a knot at the ends, thus forming a double or quadruple strand for embroidery. This pattern utilizes 2-strand satin stitch. Embroider straight lines between 2 points on the pattern, placing each stitch next to the previous one, and repeat this process until the pattern is completely filled. Here, a 3-strand outline stitch is used. The needle comes up from the bottom. Then make a stitch forward without pulling the thread completely tight. Next, move the needle back under the fabric, emerging about midway between the 2 stitches. Pull the thread tight after each stitch, and repeat this process. When moving backwards, the needle should come up in front of the midpoint between 2 stitches, not behind. Ensure that the direction of each backward stitch is consistent. This section uses a 4-strand daisy stitch. Start by bringing the needle up from the bottom of the fabric, then immediately insert it into the fabric near the previous stitch without fully tightening the thread. Next, bring the needle out above the pattern, place the thread over the needle, and gently tighten to shape a petal. Finally, insert the needle close to the previous stitch. Here uses a combination of 4-strand daisy stitch and straight line stitch. Begin by embroidering a daisy stitch. Then embroider a straight line through the center of the petal. Here utilizes a 2-strand leaf stitch. Start by embroidering a straight line along the top of the leaf. Then, continuously embroider straight lines to the left and right of this initial line until the leaf is fully filled. This section uses a 3-strand backline stitch. Begin by making a stitch forward on the top of the fabric. Then, take another stitch forward underneath the fabric. Insert the needle into the fabric next to the point of the previous stitch. Repeat this sequence. These knots use a 6-strand French knot stitch. Bringing the needle up from the back of the fabric. Hold the thread with your left hand, then wrap it once around the needle. Insert the needle into the fabric close to where it emerged. Don't loosen the thread in your left hand. Gently pull the thread with your right hand, being careful not to tighten it too much at the end, as this can prevent the knot from appearing full. This petal is embroidered with 2 strands of satin stitch from line number 06. This knot uses 2 strands of French knot stitch with line 02. This section is embroidered with 2 strands of satin stitch using line 01. These 2 knots use a 1 strand of French knot stitch from line 01. This section uses 2 strands satin stitch with line 07. This part uses 2 strands of satin stitch with line 04. Here uses 2 strands of backline stitch with line 04. Here uses 2 strands of outline stitch with line 08. Then here, we use a 3-strand outline stitch with line 08. Please use short stitches here to accurately represent its details. This section uses 2 strands of backline stitch using line 07. This leaf uses 2 strands of leaf stitch with line 09. These leaves also use a 2-strand leaf stitch, with colors shown in the instruction diagram. Here uses 3-strand daisy stitch and straight line stitch with line 10. Here uses 4-strand daisy stitch with line 05. These petals also use a 4-strand daisy stitch with colors shown in the diagram. These leaf bases use a 3-strand outline stitch with colors shown in the diagram.